ओम श्री कृष्ण परमात्मने नमः। अथ पंचदशोऽध्यायः। श्री भगवानुवाच। So we have been studying this chapter 15. Let's see. Purushottama. Yeah, we saw verse number 10 and verse number 11. A quick recap. उत्क्रामन्त स्थितं वापि गुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः. So when, never use the word soul and things like that. When we are studying Vedanta, don't use soul. ये सब कुछ नहीं है, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. There is Sthula Sharira and there is Sukshma Sharira. In the Sukshma Sharira, one portion is called Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira is a cause because of which your prarabdha karma is acting out. So that is called Karana Sharira. So when the Sthula Sharira when the Sukshma Karana Sharira leaves the body, Sthula Sharira falls. Falls means F-A-L-L-S. Okay, that means it is not the other way. People say when Sthula Sharira falls, they will leave. It's not, that's not that. When they leave, this Sharira falls. And what leaves the body is seen only by people who have a sense of, there should be a certain subtlety. You have to see it through Jnana Chakshu. It is not that somebody is there on the deathbed and something gets out or walks out this way. You should see through Jnana Chakshu. What leaves the body? There is Sukshma Karana Sharira will leave. When it leaves, the Sthula Sharira is said to be dead. And as long as the Sukshma Karana Sharira is blessing the body will remain healthy. The moment Sukshma Karana Sharira leave the body will fall apart and join the elements. Okay, it will start apakshiyate, it will go rotten. And then it will merge with the prakriti, but it will just fall apart. Okay, this is seen only by people who have jnana chakshu pashyanti. Vimudaha na anupashyanti. Vimudaha means a gross buddhi. Vimuda means person who is not called sukshma buddhi, they don't have. It's all very gross. They call them I'm very pragmatic, Those kind of people. Least pragmatic fellows will call themselves pragmatic. I'm very practical. I'm very businesslike. Okay, this is like a veneer, weak veneer. Once scratch, the painting will go away. Well, vacharam, nothing at all. Okay, so vimudha, mudha means full. Vimudha means special mood, special buddhu, very special category of buddhu, meaning one whose buddhi is gross. Whatever he sees, that alone he believes. Even that he doesn't know properly. So, na anupashyanti. Okay. So, this movement of the Sukshma Karana Sharira outside this body is seen only by Jnana Chakshu. Seen by Jnana Chakshu ka matlab hai, it is insightfully understood. Eclipse. Does Rahu eat the moon or sun? You understand it's just a shadow. And for the sake of legend, they sell some stories. You can also tell the stories, but what's your understanding? Jnana Chakshu tells you very clearly. Same way, you go some part of northern hemisphere, you will see all green streaks across the sky. There are no green streaks, only color appearing. The ocean is not blue, it's only the color. You know it insightfully. In the same way, the movement of the body the movement of the Sukshma Karana Sharira outside the body, we'll call Sukshma Karana Sharira B2, B3. Okay? B2, B3 movement outside B1. B1 results in the death of B1. B2, B3 movement is seen only by people with Sukshma Buddhi. Okay? Understand this. Now let's see verse number 11. यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं यतन्तो यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानं मानः नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः. Again, yatantaha. Now to see that happening, no, you have to make an effort. That's why it's called yata. See, imagine, let's take a scene. You go someplace, somebody passed away. You will not see something getting up and walking. वो सब नहीं होता है. You will not see all that happen. Somebody is dead. You can see the Sukshma Sharira running around that place. And all that talking to you, all those things. So yatanta, if you strike and you are a yogi, yogi means one who is studied properly and who is also lives a life according to the studies. That is a yogi. You study and also live a life in keeping with your studies. So such a person is yogi. Yoginaha pashyanti enam avasthitam atmani. What do they find? Something important they find. They say when the body, when B1 dies, does Atma leave? No, Atma doesn't leave. Sukshma Karana, the reflection leaves, They are Pancha Jnanendriya, Pancha Karmendriya, Ahankara, Manas, and OC. OC means, RC means reflection. Only this leaves. Okay, there's nothing else leaving the body. Atma is intact. Atma has ever existed. So Atma doesn't leave. You leave. So it is avasthitam. Even in the dead body, Atma is there. The reflection which made the Atma appear separate, that is gone. See, for instance, I am seeing myself in the mirror. Mirror breaks. Am I there or not? Mirror breaks, so I am also broken. Is it like that? No. Mirror breaks, I am there. Maybe I am seen scattered in all the parts. So, on the death, Atma is not affected. Only the Sukshma Karana Sharira moves as though there is no real movement like Vayu, Gandha, like fragrance moving in the Vayu. Acha, acha. Akritatmanaha, one who have not done proper vichara. Akritatmanaha means impure minded. See, impure minded means one's mind is preoccupied. Preoccupied with what? Preoccupied with inessentials. What is the most inessential thing? Wasting time, nurturing false hopes, expectation, beliefs. This is called impure minded. Living a daydreaming life, wool gathering life, focusing on false expectations. All this is called akritatmanaha. Achetasaha. Achetasaha means from the previous one who does not have sukshma buddhi. Na pashyanti. He is not able to see. Enam apiyatantaha. Even if he makes an effort, he is not able to see. So in essence, for you to understand the reality, you must make an effort. Your buddhi and your lifestyle must be prepared. Then you will understand the reality. What is death? What survives death? What is the nature of the body? What happens to the body? What happens to B2, B3? How does next Janma happen? This B2, B3, can it go into an animal Sharira? All these things, it needs certain study. You have to study. You should be a yogi. Yogi means a disciplined person, and a yatanta means one who makes an effort, and one who selects properly, learns properly from appropriate teachers. Not just own self-study. Self-study is also allowed, but after you get a uh, basic teaching from a proper competent acharya, then you do all this on your own. And one who is not able to see the reality, what kind of buddhi he has? Lack of sukshma buddhi. See, you give somebody a maths problem. This is a hard, sir, waste of time. Sir. I don't want to waste time and all. Give somebody a crossword puzzle. He won't do. Forget crossword puzzle. Give him anything to play with. Arrange the colors in one thing. No, sir, who has got time for all this? That means the buddhi is not able to focus at any one place. It is a distracted buddhi. It's a scattered buddhi. These people may be good in other areas. They may be a very good. See, let's say there'll be a person who will be excellent at understanding the stock market. You will say, tomorrow, sir, this price will go up. So buy today. Another fellow will say, tomorrow, sir, price will not go up. You wait, price will go down. Tomorrow you buy, another 1 week later, they are very good in all that. Meaning, their buddhi is focused in areas not related to Atma. They are not fools, They are not fools and their mind is focused on something else. Their mind is focused on artha, kama, material benefits. Who is appreciating me? Who is not appreciating me? Does my hairstyle suit? My age has become too much now. Should I not do some, what is called? I should do something. Should I do a nose job? Should I do a lip job? Do I do Botox treatment? They are interested either in the body or in their relationships or in making more money or in collecting more security or collecting more name, more fame. So this such a person who is not able to focus on the realities of life is referred to here as Achetasaha, one who does not know what is good for himself. Achetasa. That's how he is referred. Okay, we saw this. Now let's go to verse number 12, 13 and next. Now we have, before I take you to 12, 13 and things like that. Yeah. Om Namah Shivaya. Let's look a little more carefully. There are, we saw in chapter 7, two causes for this srishti. One is called intelligent cause. The other is called material cause. Intelligent cause is the Chaitanyam. The intelligent cause, Chaitanya Tattvam, empowers the material cause to modify, to multiply, to procreate. It is empowering, and that process is called Maya. Okay? So, Bhagavan says in verse number 12, Yadadityagatam tejaha, Yadadityagatam tejaha, Jagadbhasayate khilam, Jagadbhasayate khilam, Yachandramasi yachhagnau, Yachandramasi yachhagnau, Tatejo vidhi mamakam. So he is explaining how Ishvara sustains the whole Srishti. How is this sustained by cotton? This is a cotton cloth. How is it cotton says, I am sustaining this cotton, this cloth. How is it sustaining? By being present in the entire cotton, in the cloth. In the cloth, what is there? It is in the form of, it is the material is there. How is the material there? It is spun. Huh? It is not just there like that. It is spun. Okay. And the spinning happens subject to certain, there is this, so that there is a certain pattern. The whole thing, this spinning is not just some random thing. It is spinning. This is one type of spinning. This is another type of spinning. This is a softer cloth. This is a most likely more coarse one. This is not meant for wiping your face or something. It's meant for wiping things. Okay. So these are all, they are all made up of different patterns. See, this paper is made up of some other material. Material, paper only. But this is done differently. The pattern is different. Okay. This pattern is different. Now, how is it sustained? How does cotton sustain all this? It sustains by being in and through all that, and also by a process of, there is a certain law. Okay, there is a certain law. Uh, uh, Women folk, okay, women folk, especially people staying in North cold country, in the cold part of India. You make sweaters by your hand, all of you. Do you random you do? Tata? Something you don't, there's a pattern. And suppose you want tighter knit, there is a different pattern. You want loose knit, there is a different pattern. So, how is the sweater sustained? It is sustained by that pattern. And behind the pattern, is there some law? Law means, is there a rule there? 3 this side, 2 this side, 3 this side, 2 this side. Is there? So there is a certain law. When they make, this is a collarless shirt. When they make a shirt with collar, is the collar stitched straight away? No, the collar is done separately. This is done separately. Then it is fused together. When they make shoes, the shoe upper is made separately. The soles are made separately. Then they don't make whole shoes. Now they also make whole shoes. So for whole shoes, there is a pattern. For these kind of clothes, there is a pattern. So there is something called, okay, there are some things in which polishing is done. Okay. For example, diamond. Diamond, when you look at the raw diamond, it is like glass or maybe dull glass. You will throw it. If you didn't know, you will throw it in the waste paper basket. Then there is one Johari. He looks at the diamond, he says, this is the value. First, they cut the diamond and then they polish it. It's called samskaranam. By that process, the diamond becomes a glittering diamond. And there is a law for polishing. There is a law. You just can't polish like that. You can't take this cloth and polish. There's a special instrument for that. You can't cut like anything. There has to be a certain precision in cutting, otherwise the diamond will get damaged. So whether it is diamond or whether I'm sure all of you would have gone to Kumar, that potter's place, Kumar's. You've seen how he does? He will hold it and then spin the wheel and then that kumbh will come. There is a pattern, there is a law. You just can't, you can't do like that. People from Kolkata, have you gone to Kumartuli and seen the making of Durga Pratima? Have you seen the making of Saraswati Pratima? Durga's Pratima's face will be slightly different from Saraswati Pratima. You should see that. So Durga's face will be round. Saraswati's will be slightly longer. Ganesh Pratima with that Akaratunda. How do they do? They follow. And there is a pattern. Okay. This pattern is the law. Okay. LAW, law. It is also called by another name, order. things should fall together in a certain order. For fire to happen, three things must be there: oxygen, heat, and fuel. If three of them come together, there will be fire. That's an order. Now, for extinguishing the fire, what you should do? You should take out one of these. Either take the fuel out, or take the oxygen out, or take the heat out. Fire will go away. For water to be water, it should be sapid. Okay? Jala tattva. If it's ice, you don't call it water anymore. For water to become ice, is there a law? It should be in this temperature. For the same ice to become water, is there a law? Yes. This is called order. And Vedanta tells something very beautiful here. Careful, you need Sukshma Buddhi, okay? Careful. If you have doubt, call me later. I'll explain it to you one to one also. Okay? You need Sukshma Buddhi. Understand this. Vedanta says, Ishvara is Nimitta Karana. Nimitta Karana means Buddha, intelligent cause. He is also Upadana Karanam. Upadana Karana means material cause. Okay. In the material cause, suppose in a flower pot, you have a flower pot in which you put some seeds and you pour water. Out comes a plant. There was another fellow who had lot of seeds but poured, nothing happened. Why? Because the seeds were all roasted seeds, nothing happened. So what is the law? The soil must be nutrient and the seeds must have the capacity to sprout. And if you add water and expose it to sunlight, it will grow. What is it? Order. During the day, the leaves, the plant produces something called chlorophyll using a process called photosynthesis, and green leaves come out. This is order, law. So, then the first, it will have a small bud will come. From the bud, it will slowly grow. Then it opens out into a flower. Then it will decay and fall down. You should really go and see order working. Watch carefully. Go to the gardens. If you have garden nearby, spend some time. Take a notebook with you. Watch. Watch how a butterfly is born. Okay. First, there'll only be some, somebody call it, some worm will be there. Ugly looking worm. The ugly looking worm will eat a lot of leaves. One part, it will not leave all leaf. It will not eat your jarda dal ke pan one, it will not eat. It will have one particular type of leaf, it will eat. After eating all that, the caterpillar will freeze. It will become stiff. Then slowly it will curl up and become a cocoon. The cocoon will remain a cocoon for some time. Then slowly the cocoon will start cracking. Little by little crack. Once cracked, out comes the butterfly. There is a law. First food, the food is ingested, digested, and a gestation period which is not visible from outside, something is happening inside. Now the wings are ready. How to test whether the wings are really ready and strong? Every day the butterfly inside will keep doing this. When the wings are strong enough, it will crack the cocoon and out comes the butterfly. The butterfly has two antennae here. What is that for? Sensors. It will sense there are the nectar bearing flowers. It will go sit gently. Then from its mouth will come out a proboscis. It will fold back its wings. The proboscis will come in, go into the flower. It will suck the nectar, fold back, unfold the wing, out. Then, while sitting there, the pollen dust will get onto the hairy feet of the butterfly or the bee. It will go sit on another flower. The pollen dust from here will fertilize the new flower, and a new flower is born. What is all this? Order. And this order is called infallible order. Infallible order means kabhi galti nahi hoti. That's no mistake at all. Infallible. Impossible to make any mistake. It is order. In this, that is, and order and law, it is manifestation of Ishvara's upadana karanam. That is the meaning of empowering. Ishvara, by mere presence, has empowered the entire Srishti to follow a certain program, and that's how he sustains the Srishti. Look at everything. First, sun. The planet closest to the sun is very hot, Mercury. Goes very quickly. Then you have, what is the next planet? Mars or Venus? Sometimes you forget even. Then you have Earth. Then you have Mars. Okay. Then you have further down, so many planets are there. Each of them has an orbit. They also go around their own axis. And each of them has an orbit. They follow a certain pattern. Because they follow a certain pattern, you are able to study all. It's not that Earth is here today. Tomorrow it is Bangalore mein some Nexus Mall, and another day some Forum Mall. It's not like that. It follows a certain pattern, and the pattern is infallible. Na idhar udhar nahi hota hai. Because of that, there is absurd. You are able to see the pattern, study the pattern, and come up with what charts. On this day, this will happen. See how well lunar eclipse, solar eclipse are calculated. Why? Because they are able to study the pattern. So, and you are able to study a pattern because there is an order. And Ishvara manifests as the order. How does Ishvara sustain my body? Ishvara sustains my body as Pancha Prana. Prana Vayu, Apana Vayu, Samana Vayu, Vyana Vayu, Udana Vayu. These 5 Vayus work together. It is sustained by one Prana Vayu. Ishvara doesn't enter my nose and go out. Ishvara's order, Ishvara's law in the form of Prana Vayu activates my system. There is another Vayu called Samana Vayu which distributes, Vyana which diets. Udana Vayu, something goes inside the, suppose something supposed to go into the mouth goes into the nasal passage, it's thrown out. It goes into the breathing apparatus, it is thrown out. There is a law there, it is called Udana Vayu. Okay, everything has a certain order. See, suppose I want to write. There are some people, they can also write like this. Okay, but suppose this was not there, you have to practice writing like this. But because this is there, in order. In order. So therefore, from this background, understand Chaitanya Vastu, Ishvara's intelligent cause, the intelligence cause, the Chaitanya Tattvam of Ishvara activates the material tattvam of Ishvara, that material tattvam activation is called Maya because it is not easily understood. Maya doesn't mean illusion. Maya means that which is not understood easily. Yama Samaya. What you see is not the truth. There is some reason, there is another something behind that. It activates, and that activation is called manifestation of Ishvara's order. Order doesn't mean idhar jao udhar jao. Order means law, functioning correctly. ठीक है? Let's look. यथा अच्छा यद भासयते what भासयते आदित्यगतम आदित्यगतम in the sun just as light shines yad and that light shines what akhilam jagat the light in the sun the light in the sun illumines the whole world. Okay? How does it happen? Ishvara's order. There is a certain law. The sun is a bright, self illuminating star. It illuminates itself. It has heat, and the heat and the light sustain the world. So, Tejaha. Okay, Tejaha here is light, and the heat sustain the world. What is it? Order. So when you say, how does Ishvara sustain the world? Ishvara sustains the world as order. Government of India runs India how? In the form of order. You want an Aadhaar card. What should you do? There is an order. There is a Seva Kendra, E-Seva Kendra. You should apply along with certain documents. Then the whole process is set into motion and you will get your Aadhaar card. First of all, they say Aadhaar card used to be different. Now what it comes after some time, you download your Aadhaar, print it, save it. It's an order. The computer works on a certain order, a certain law. If you do this, this will happen. So document is to be sent only as PDF. So in this format, you have an order. Convert it to PDF. Order. There is a certain process. So Aditya Gatam, just as Aditya illumines the world and sunset, there is nothing called sunset. There is only earth going to a different portion. The lighted portion returns. So the lighted portion now becomes a darker portion. In the darker portion, how does it happen? Yat Chandramasi. So during the time when the sun is not there, Chandra, the light from the moon illumines the earth. Is it moon's light? No. Sun's light on the moon, shining on the moon, makes the moon as though it has light on its own. It is a natural order. Okay? Then, cha yad agnau, the light in the fire. Understand vidhi tatte. So understand, just as the sun, just as the moon, just as the fire, they illumine. Moon, fire and sun gives heat. Moon doesn't give heat. This is an order. He says, understand vidhi tat teja mamakam. It is my manifestation. It is my manifestation. It is my power. All of you have currency notes with you. Huh? Whose power is it? And it buys you things. Whose power is it? Huh? हमारा बाप का पावर है, रिजर्व बैंक का पावर है. There is a signature there. Mama come, your purchasing power is because of me. That's what it says. Meaning, I have created a certain order The order manifests and functions without any problem, without any mistake. And that's how I sustain this earth. Not just the entire Srishti, we will see more. Okay? Clear so far? Let's see further. Gama च bhutani, Gamaviश्य च bhutani, धारयन्नहमोजसा, धारयन्नहमोजसा, पुष्णामि चौषधी सर्वाः, पुष्णामि च औषधी सर्वाः, सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः. He spoke about light. Now he is talking about other things. Avishya cha gama. Okay, there are so many creations. Plant is alive. Mosquitoes are alive. So many flies. Mosquitoes are alive. Okay, bugs are alive. You and I are alive. All of us are alive. Bhagavan says, I have as though entered you. How? The reflection of Ishvara in our Sukshma Sharira has individually activated each one of us as though. Okay, is it clear now? The reflection of Ishvara in the Sukshma Sharira, whether it is a mosquito or an earthworm or a butterfly or a plant or a human Sharira or a Deva Sharira, the reflection of Ishvara in the Sukshma Sharira has as though activated. It is as though he has entered me. He says, Avishyacha Gama. I have entered the earth. Aham dharayami bhutani. In the form of life, I sustain all the bhutas. I sustain all the bhutas. Aham dharayami. How do I sustain? In the form of order. In the form of order. Ojasa, with my energy. They say no ojas is when sometimes when you do all this yoga and let's say you close your eyes, push your ojas to your head and things like that. Ojasa is Ishvara energy. It is energy. Ishvara's power to activate everything. And that is and the power is all no different from Ishvara. My power is no different from me. My signature is no different from me. It is me. It can call it my signature. Only I can do it. So my signature is my power. Ishvara's ojas is Ishvara's manifestation. Ojasa cha bhutva. He says, having entered the earth, I have evolved to become Rasatmaka Soma. I have become the moon. Meaning, the moon's light nourishes certain plants to grow in the night. That power is mine. The sunlight can cool you. That is power is mine. That is Ishvara's order. That's what he is highlighting. Okay. Pushnami. Pushnami means I poshan karna. I do. I sustain. I give nutrition. Sarva oshadhihi. All plants are nourished by my power alone. Manifestation of Ishvara's order. Can you grow rice anywhere? Can you grow wheat anywhere? Can you grow cactus anywhere? You can grow in your house garden. But what kind of soil is necessary? What kind of nutrients are necessary? Ah, can you manufacture blood in a factory? Can you? I empower all this. Ishvara's order. Only human blood can be given for human blood. Can you give monkey blood to humans and hope this fellow will jump on trees? Better give mosquito blood so the mosquito will not drink its own blood. So there is a certain order. You can study what will fit where. See, especially when they were doing, they do so many things, transplant, heart transplant, all these transplant. Can they at the will transplant? Before transplanting, they will check, will the body receive this organ or reject it? The body has a natural law which will reject anything outside. Anything that does not belong to the body, it will reject. Anything that does not need is that's a junk throw. So therefore, if you give some organ which doesn't suit the body, it will reject. There is an order, so they check whether it will accept or reject. Then that is passed on. So I am the one Pushna, just as plants. A mango grows only in a mango plant. You can't grow mango in your coconut tree because there is a certain order. Pushnami sarva oshadhihi. I am the one who sustains. In the form of what? In the form of order. I am that order. I manifest as my own order. Okay? Next verse. Now he goes inside. He has talked about outside. Now he talks about you. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritam Pranapanasama Pachamyannam Chaturvidam. Once, and you should chant this every day before khana, okay? Every day before food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, chant this. Don't chant this during Upavas. You put something in your mouth, you chant this, okay? By heart you learn. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Ashritaha Pranapanasama Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. I am, we are called Vaishva Acha. I am manifests as digestive fire in all bhutas. Is it a fire here? Your digestion is in the fire? Is it so? Have some mirch and try to sleep at night. You will see the fire. Burn, all over it. Burn. Smoke will not come out, otherwise it will burn. Anybody from Andhra here? Yeah? Ask them to send you some nice avaka eat. See, the smoke will come out of your ears. Burn. Is it not? So, aham, I am, yeah, Vijay Lakshmi is from Andhra. I send everybody a packet of nice avakai made in May. Let them mix it with rice and eat. Then they will actually see the fire inside. And smoke will come out of your nose. You look like a dragon. So, I am the digestive fire. And how do I function? How do I function? I function through 5 faculties. Prana, Apana, Samana, Vyana, Udana. Breathing in, breathing out. Happens all the time. When to stop breathing, when to breathe out, it's not in your hand, it is not your decision, it is it's an involuntary function, manifestation of Ishvara's order. Apana, evacuation. What should be thrown out? When? How? Apana Vayu. Waste disposal system is there in your system. Without tax, you are maintaining. Waste disposal system. Okay? Then, prana apana samayuktam. First digestion, vyana vayu. Then samana vayu. Samana vayu is distribution. Which part should get protein? Which should get more fiber? It is a certain order, whichever part needs maximum thing is distributed there. Hey, do you know something? The heart plumps blood. How does the heart itself get blood? The heart itself needs blood. So there is a separate system there which feeds the heart. The pumping mechanism is fed by another mechanism. This is distribution. Prana Pana Samayuktam. You put a biscuit, it goes into your, instead of the throat, it goes into your breathing apparatus. What will happen? Choke. Prana Pana Samayuktam Pachami. Pachami means I digest. Annam chaturvidam. There are four types of food. Only four types of food. Okay. One is called bhakshyam. Kaat ke. Okay. Bhakshyam. Lehyam. Lick. Okay. Bhakshyam. Lehyam. Chushyam. Suck. Another thing is drink like this. Four types of annam alone are there. And if these four doesn't work, they'll have to put it through your nose. Even that is true, same only. These are the four types of food. All four types of food I digest. Pachami annam chaturvidam. So, some people in some cultures, before they eat the food, they will do nevedya of the food. He said, "Oh Ishvara," he says, "I am Oshadi." He said, "Na, Sarva Oshadi Pushnami." I am the one who has sustained this food. So in memory, I do nevedya. As Ishvara, I remember you. Okay, then what I do? I take a small bit of rice. Om Pranaya Swaha. I have this thinking of appreciating the prana vayu. Apanaya Swaha. Udana, I mean, Samanaya Swaha. Vyanaya Swaha. Udanaya Swaha. Brahmane Swaha. Everything is sustained by Ishvara. And then you pour a little water and you drink. Amarto Pasharanamasi. So I have Amrita, I'm having. I am conscious of the digestive system working in me. I am conscious of my breathing apparatus. I am conscious of my seeing capacity. I am conscious of my hearing capacity. I am conscious of my capacity, touch, feel. I am conscious of my speaking capacity. The touching of the tongue in different parts of the body produces certain sound. Pa, labials, sa, sha, sibilants, na, nasal, cha, cha, talavya, ha, glottal, ka, kha, kantyaswara. Everything is an order, and this order is Ishvara's order. Ishvara manifests as this order. That is what he highlights. Next one we will read. Next week he says, I am there everywhere. Sarvasya Sarvasya chaham hridi sannevishtaha mattasmritir jnana pohanam मत्तस्मृतिर ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वे तेजश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्य वेदान्तकृत् वेदविदेव चाहम्. We will see this in the next work. Ishvara's manifestation as the total. Krishna has taken you through first Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga of building the Buddhi. Once the Buddhi is ready, he is giving you the Karana, he is giving you his Swarupa. And after giving you the Swarupa, he is telling you how it is all manifest. He will go back to the Swarupa and tell you something, which we will see in our next session. स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महिन्महीषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनीं देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. Harihi Om. Don't forget to chant Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashrit Pranapana Samayuktam Pacham Yannam Chaturvidam, chanted before every meal. You are consciously recognizing Ishvara's presence. Okay. Have a wonderful week. We'll meet next week. Om Namah Shivaya. Bhole Shankar Ishvara be with you.
Guru Bhyo Namah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Om Namah Shivaya.